Good morning students, welcome back to our SS online classes. Today we are going to start with a new chapter and the name of the chapter is chapter 21, the tropical and the subtropical regions. In the previous chapters we have studied about the climate, vegetation, wildlife and the natural things that are available or the natural resources that are available, how these things vary from place to place, that is how the lifestyle of the people is changing according to the place based on the factors like how the climate is affecting the life, how the vegetation over there is affecting the life. So the life of the people, how it is different at different place and how the basic needs of these people are met accordingly with the help of the natural resources. The life of the people in the desert region will be different than the life of the people who are living in the cold regions. Their life will be different. So today in this chapter we are going to study about the life of the people that live in the tropical regions and the life of the people that live in the subtropical regions. Now the tropical regions. The tropical region it extends between 10 degree north and 10 degree south latitudes. Where how much at what latitudes they are extending? It is extending at 10 degree north and 10 degree south latitudes. Whereas the subtropical region it is extending to 10 degree north and 30 degree south latitudes. Where it is extending to 10 degree north and 30 degree south latitudes. The Amazon River flows through the tropical region and has formed the Amazon basin in the South America. Now, which river is flowing over there in the tropical region? The Amazon River, it is flowing from the tropical region and has formed the Amazon basin in South America. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra River flows through the subtropical Brahmaputra basin in the Indian subcontinent. Now, in the subtropical region, which river is flowing? The Ganga region. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers, these two rivers are flowing in the subtropical regions of Brahmaputra basin in Indian subcontinent. Therefore, these two regions have the different physical environment and different economic activities. Now, first we are going to study about the Amazon basin. The Amazon basin, where it is located? It is basically located in Brazil between Guiana Highland in the north and the Brazilian Highland in the south. Where is the location of the Amazon basin? In Brazil, it is between Guiana Highland in the north and Brazilian Highland in the south. And who was the first man to discover? It was a European man named Vicente Jans Pinzon. He discovered the Amazon River. He was the first European to discover this Amazon River. Why the river is so important? The Amazon River is the most important river in the South America because it is the second largest river in the world. Now this is the second largest river in the world. It is about 6,280 kilometers. How long? What is the length of this river? It is 6,280 kilometers, and in terms of the volume, it discharges. Okay, whatever the volume it is discharging, it is also the second largest in the world. Now, from where does this originate? Where does this river starts from? It originates in the Andes Mountains and drains into Atlantic Ocean. कहाँ से शुरू होती है, कहाँ पर खत्म होती है ये रिवर? ये रिवर Andes Mountains से शुरू होकर Atlantic Ocean में जाकर मिलती है. Okay, so it drains into Atlantic Ocean. The headstream of the Amazon River, the Maranon River, rises from the snow-covered Andes Mountains in Peru. So from where it is starting? It is starting from Andes Mountains in Peru. The Amazon River flows eastwards and on its journey it is joined by 1,000 tributaries. From where it is flowing? It is flowing from the eastward and on its way, how many tributaries are joining? 1,000 tributaries are joining in that river, and that is why this river it forms the largest river basin in the world because 1,000 tributaries are joining. That is why this river is having the largest tributary basins. Now the vast alluvial plain, the vast alluvial means what? It is the most fertile plain you can say this basin is having because it is formed by the sediments brought by the Amazon River and its tributaries. So whatever the sediments have been brought by the rivers, so all these things are deposited into this plain, and that is why this Amazon plain is very fertile. This drain basin covers half of the Brazil and parts of Bolivia, you Ecuador, Peru, Colombia and Venezuela. So all these places, they are very fertile since the alluvial plain is formed in these basins. Now in 1541, a Spanish explorer named Francisco de Ornella set out on the journey of one of the Amazon tributaries in Ecuador, and on his way he and his men had to fight some fierce female warriors. Ornella compared these warriors to the Amazons, a legendary female warriors in Greek mythology, and that is why these rivers have got the name Amazon. Means why this river is called Amazon River? Because what happened, this Spanish explorer, when he went on his journey in one of the tributaries, that time he met with some fierce female warriors. Means what? कुछ औरतों से, ऐसी औरतों से मिला जो बहुत ही फियर्स मतलब क्या, जो किसी से डरने वाली नहीं है और लड़ाई करने के लिए तैयार रहती है. So these warriors he compared to the Greek mythology characters, that is Amazon, and that is why this river has got the name Amazon. So from here the Amazon river name has been come. Now how is the climate in this basin? The Amazon basin has an equatorial type of climate. So how is the climate in the Amazon basin? It is equatorial type of climate. This type of climate is characterized by hot and wet conditions throughout the year. How is the climate over there? Throughout the year, 12 months it will be hot and wet climate. Why wet? Because throughout the year it is going to rain, and that is why the temperature is mostly high over there. The daytime the temperature is unbearable. You cannot bear the temperature. That is why it is very hot, because of the bright sunlight and relatively high humidity. And what is the annual rainfall over there? The annual rainfall is 250 centimeters and it is well distributed throughout the year. Means throughout 12 months you are going to find rainfall over there, and that is why there is no dry season in this area. There is more rainfall in the afternoon than any part of the day. Means in the afternoon time, if you are visiting this place, then you will find more rainfall as compared to the other parts of the day. Plus it is accompanied by thunder and lightning. Convectional type of rainfall is common in this area. What type of rainfall is falling in this area? Convectional type of rainfall. The summer and the winter seasons are not well marked due to the high temperature and well distributed rainfall throughout the year. Means what? You will hardly find summer seasons or winter seasons in this area, because throughout the year one type of climate is preferable, that is hot and wet climate. That is why there is little horizontal movement of air. This is why combined with sudden humidity produces sultry weather conditions. So what type of weather conditions are there? Sultry type of weather conditions are there. Means you will find hot, plus the rain is also coming, plus the temperature is also increasing. So all this type of sultry weather conditions are found in this Amazon basin. So because of this, now how the vegetation and the wildlife is affected over there, or how is the wildlife and vegetation in this area? The hot and humid climate in the Amazon basin is suitable for the rich growth of natural vegetation. Now this type of climate is very suitable for the natural growth of vegetation. The forests found here are the largest and the thickest in the world. Means if you have heard the name of the Amazon forest, then these forests are the largest and the thickest in the world, and that is why these forests are called as evergreen equatorial forest. What are they called as? Evergreen equatorial forest. These forests are also known as selva in South America. We have studied this in the previous chapter, isn't it? So what these forests are called? These forests are also called as selva in South America. Now which type of plants are found in this Amazon forest? That is ebony, rubber, palm, cane. These are some of the important trees that are found in the Amazon. Plus these trees, they provide the hardwood timber. Means their wood is not soft, their wood is hard. Balsa, the lightest wood, is also found in this forest. Now what is balsa? It is the most lightest wood that is found in the world. The balsa wood, why it is used? Because it is used for making toys, rafts, models of aeroplanes, etc. Apart from this, other products are also found in this forest. They are rubber, coca, gum, nuts, cock, resin, from the barks of the cinchona trees and wax from the carnauba palm trees. So all these products are found from this Amazon forest. Now trees, how do they grow? Trees are closely grown, and that is why their trunks are almost bare, and the foliage of the tops gives an umbrella shape to the tree. Means what? If you look at the trunk, okay, it is bare. Bare means what? You will not find any leaves on it or any branches near the trunk side, but over the top, when the foliages, they meet each other, and the shape is taken like an umbrella shape. And that is why all the trees over there, they grow up to the, they are having the largest trees in the world, and the creepers and climbers are common in this forest. Nowadays, these forests are cut down to meet the ever-increasing demand of the people, that is for farming, plantation, industries, and for settlement purposes. These forests are being cut down to a great extent. Plus, you will find a large variety of wildlife in Amazon basin. Now, which type of wildlife is found over here? All types of animals you will find over here. For example, mammals like monkeys, jaguar, tapir, pumas, anteaters, sloth, armadillos, etc. Plus, you will find a variety of birds like toucanas, hummingbirds, and many with brilliantly colored plumages are found over here. Plus, many types of reptiles and snakes also live in this forest. For example, you must have heard the name of anaconda, right? So, anaconda is also found over here. This snake is about 10 meters long. Plus, you will find here giant turtles, alligators, crocodiles in the marshy region. Marshy means what? Where there is, the muddy place, you will find all these types of reptiles and giant turtles. Plus, there are variety of insects and fishes in the rivers. Plus, the flesh-eating fish piranha is also found in the Amazon river and its tributaries. Now, this piranha, it is very famous fish because it is a flesh-eating fish. Okay, that is why there is a movie also in this piranha named Piranha Hollywood movie based on this river fish. Now, how are the people and their occupation over there? People living in this forest, they are basically tribe, and they still live a primitive way of life. Means what? How they were used to live earlier, in the same way they are living till now. Means they have not updated themselves according to the new type. Okay, जैसे पुराने ज़माने में रहते थे वैसे भी अभी भी वो वैसे ही रह रहे हैं. And that is why they obtain the food from hunting, gathering, fishing. Now, some forest areas, they have been slashed and burned. Slashed means what? They have been cut down and they have been burned to prepare the land for the farming. Why they are cutting? Because so that they can do agriculture over there. And what type of agriculture is famous over there? Shifting agriculture is famous over there. And this is a practice that is practiced by the tribes living in the Amazon basin. Now, some advanced tribes also, they live in the small villages, and they have built the huts on the streets so that the flood water doesn't enter into their huts. Plus, they clear patches of the forest. Why they are clearing? So that the women over there, they can grow bananas, pineapples, yams, manioc. Okay, so these are all the foods that they grow on this land. The tribes are found of the turtle eggs as well as the flesh of the turtles and monkeys. This is their food over there. Okay, so they like to eat the turtle's flesh, the turtle's egg, and the flesh of the monkeys. Now, rubber trees are scattered in the forest. The Cerynguras collect lactus from the rubber trees and convert it into usable rubber cakes. Now, who are the Cerynguras? These are the people who collect the lactus from the rubber trees, and when they collect the lactus, what they do after that, they do some process and they make it into a rubber, and that rubber cakes can be used for the further purposes. The main cash crop over here are, cash crop means what? Where you sell it in the market, you get a money for that. Okay, that is called as cash crops. So they are coffee, sugarcane, coca and maize. So these are the cash crops that are produced in Amazon basin. Now this sparsely populated region has small and scattered settlement. Now how is the population over there? It is sparse, it means very little amount of people are living in this area, and that is where their settlements are scattered. Most of the houses in the settlements are made up of wood. Some families, they live in the thatched huts which are shaped like beehives. Now how is the shape of these hives? Huts. It is like a beehive. ये मक्खियों का जो छत्ता होता है ना, उस टाइप में उनका घर होता है. The large apartment like houses have steep slanting roofs. These are called as malako. Okay, so what are they called as? Malako. So why they are called like that? Because they are having steep slanting roofs. Okay, the houses will be having steep slanting roof. Due to the contacts with the Europeans, the life of the people is changing. Now when they are coming in contact with the Europe people, their life is changing day by day. A few small towns have been developed along the river banks. Now on the river banks, some towns are developing. The tribal people are migrating to these towns in search of work. Now they are no more residing in the forest areas, but they are migrating. Means what? They are going from one place to another place in search of work. Manaus, which was developed as a rubber collecting center along the Amazon River, is now a popular port for ocean liners. Earlier this place, Manaus, was for rubber collecting purposes only, but now it has become the place, a port it has become for ocean liners. Belem, with its red roof houses, is now surrounded by groves of bananas and palm trees. Now this Belem is a place earlier which was having only red roof houses. Now it is surrounded by groves of bananas and palm trees. Means bananas, bananas are cultivated over there, plus palm trees are also there, and that is why this place is called as the port of the Amazon River. Okay, that is why this Belem is called as the port of the Amazon River. The Trans-Amazon Highway is the most important road link. Now which is the most important road link? The Trans-Amazon Highway. It has made all parts of the forest road accessible. Means whichever the roads are there, you can go on all the roads with the help of this Trans-Amazon road. Now for a few decades, there have been a massive deforestation in the Amazon basin. The ecological balance has been disturbed. In many parts, the evergreen forests have turned into a barren landscape. Because of the ever-increasing demands of the human beings, we are cutting down this forest, and from decades this forest has been cut down, and that is why there has been a ecological disturbances. Means what? It is said that the most number of oxygen is produced in this forest. मतलब दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा ऑक्सीजन कहाँ प्रोड्यूस होता है? In Amazon forest. And because of this, the ecological balance is getting disturbed. The wildlife is also getting disturbed. The vegetation, the flora and fauna is getting disturbed because of deforestation. And this forest now they are turning slowly, gradually into a barren place. Barren means what? It's nothing is growing on that place. Now the second part is the Ganga and the Brahmaputra basin. Now the Ganga and Brahmaputra basin is located in the south of the Himalayas. Where they are located? In the south of Himalayas. It extends from the Satluj river in the west to the Brahmaputra river in the east. From the west side till the east side, it is extending. This basin is extending. The Ganga-Brahmaputra basin includes the plain of the Gangas and the Brahmaputra rivers, the Himalayas and the Sundarban deltas. Now which all areas are there in this? Ganga and Brahmaputra basins plus the Himalayas plus the Sundarban delta regions are included in that. The Ganga-Brahmaputra basin is made up of alluvium brought by the Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers and the numerous tributaries. Now how the Amazon river is having the alluvial plain, in the same way the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin is also having the alluvial plain. Means what? This plain is very fertile because of the sediments that have been brought by these rivers and the various tributaries. Now from where do this Ganga originates? It originates from the Gangotri glaciers. Which glacier it is originating? It is originating from the Gangotri glaciers, which is in the Himalayas. The Bhagirathi and Alaknanda river joins to form the Ganga. Now which two rivers are coming and joining in Ganga? The Bhagirathi and Alaknanda rivers. The Ganga enters the plain at Haridwar. Now where it is entering? At Haridwar. Now it is a very important place for Hindus. Yes or no? I think many of you people have visited Haridwar also. So it is a very famous place in India. The Ganga basin includes the parts of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. From which all regions, which all states it is flowing? It is flowing from Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Means the Ganga Brahmaputra basin is up to these regions. Now this basin covers a much larger area than the Brahmaputra basin. So Ganga basin, it is covering more region than the Brahmaputra basin. Now where is the Brahmaputra basin located? It is located in the northeastern part of India. The Brahmaputra river rises from the Chemayung Dung glaciers near Lake Mansarovar in Tibet. Now from where this Brahmaputra river is coming? It is coming from the Lake Mansarovar, which is in Tibet. That is Chemayung Dung glacier, the name of the glacier. It is also called as Sangpo in Tibet. What is the name of that place, or which is the glacier? That is Sangpo. The river enters India through Arunachal Pradesh. From which state it is entering in India? It is entering from Arunachal Pradesh. Now the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers join together before draining into the Bay of Bengal. Now before meeting Bay of Bengal, where are they joining? They are joining and they are becoming one river, and then they meet the Bay of Bengal. Though together these rivers form the largest and perhaps the most fertile delta in the world, the Sundarbans. Now the Sundarbans, these are the most fertile delta in the whole world, because the two rivers, they are joining and they are meeting at the Bay of Bengal. Now how is the climate over there in the Ganga and Brahmaputra basin? The Ganga and the Brahmaputra basin has the monsoon type of climate. Now how is the climate over there? Monsoon type of climate. This type of climate is characterized by hot summers, wet monsoons and cold winters. Means all the three seasons you are going to find over here. The hot climate will be there, hot summers, plus the wet monsoons, means lots of rainfall in the rainy season, and plus the winters will be extremely cold. Most of the rainfall takes place during the monsoon season. The amount of rainfall decreases from the east to west. As you are traveling from the east side to the west side, that time the monsoon, it starts decreasing. The tropical deciduous forests are widely found in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Now which types of forests are found over here? Tropical deciduous forests. These forests yield valuable timber. For example, teak, sal, peepal, bamboo. These are the important trees that are found in this forest, and they have a great value, market value in the world. Now what types of forests are found over here in this delta region? Mangrove forests are found in this delta region, plus some coniferous forests are also found in the parts of Sikkim, Uttarakhand and Arunachal Pradesh. Plus a large part of this forest have been cleared for agriculture purposes, so that it can meet the demands of the population. A rich wildlife is found over here. There are many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Elephants, rhinoceros, tigers, deers, monkeys, all these animals are found over here. Plus Royal Bengals, crocodiles, alligators, they are also found. Plus there are variety of fishes found over here. For example, rohu, katla, hilsa. These are the common fishes that are found in this Brahmaputra or Ganga basin. Now what is the people and their occupation over here? How the people are there living over here? What is their lifestyle and how is the occupation? So here agriculture is the main occupation, because the basin has a number of geographical advantages, and that is why it is a favorable place for the agriculture. For example, the climate, it supports the growth of the crop throughout the year, plus the land over here is very fertile, alluvial soil is found, so that is why it is very good for the crops. Plus the rivers are perennial. Perennial means what? 12 months you will have water in those rivers, and that is why it is very good for irrigation purposes, and there is people can do irrigation with the help of these rivers in the summer season, that is the dry season. Plus the flat terrains are useful for the development of the excellent networks of the roads and railways. The land, the flat terrains are there, and that is why it is very good for the constructions of the roads and railways. Plus the agro-based industries in these regions depend on the agriculture. Means one can set up an agro-based industries, so that they can agriculture, and further they can produce goods on a large scale. Now, which are the crops that are produced in this region? Rice, wheat, maize, sorghum, pulses, millets, gram, sugarcane, oilseeds, cotton, tea, jute, fruits and vegetables. Now, these are the important crops that grew in this basin. Plus, in the hilly areas, the slopes, they have been terraced to carry out intensive agriculture. Means on the slopes, the slopes are cut down, the trees are cut down on the slopes so that they can do the agriculture over there. See, for like this. If this is the mountain, then these are being cut down into the lands. Okay, the mountains are cut down so that they can do the agriculture on these parts. They are cut down like that. So the people can do agriculture over there. And plus, tea is mostly grown in the Assam side on such type of land. What is grown over there? Tea. It is grown in Assam, West Bengal. Plus, in some parts, silkworms are reared. Now, silkworms, they are reared for the producing of silk. So, they are produced in the parts of Bihar, West Bengal and Assam. Now, cotton, jute, silk, sugarcane, oilseeds provide the basic raw materials for the textile, sugar and edible oil industries. So, this is the basic raw material for all these industries so that these industries can grow more and more and it can fulfill the demand of the population. The cultivation of food crops has the priority over the cash crops. Now, over here, the food crop is given importance than the cash crops. Food crops means what? The people, they eat, and cash crops means what? Lots of money is paid for that crops. So, food crops are grown over here instead of cash crops, means they are given the priority, okay? Plus, people are mostly village dwellers in the Ganga Brahmaputra basins. Village dwellers means what? They are mostly living in villages, and in the rural parts, apart from agriculture, there are many other occupations that people do. For example, many small cottage and small scale industries are developed over here, and the lifestyle is also changing of the people as their income is increasing day by day. The plains are more populated than the mountain areas. The plains, people are now not residing on the mountainous areas, but they are residing in the plains, and that is why the number of the cities, they have increased more than 10 lakhs population. Means in a city you will find people having more than 10 lakhs. Plus, they have developed along the banks of the river. For example, Allahabad, Kanpur, Varanasi, Patna, Kolkata and Guwahati. Now, Ganga and Brahmaputra basin, it has a well-developed transport and communication system. The rivers provide inland waterways. As you all know that it is good for, as these rivers, the flow is continuous throughout the 12 months, and that is why they are very good for inland waterways. The dense network of roads and railways have helped the growth of trade, industries and tourism. Because of the roads and railways, good network, because of this, the tourism is increasing, plus the trade is increasing, plus the industries are also increasing. Now, Kolkata is a busy port on the Hooghly River. You must have heard the name of the Hooghly River, right? So, it is one of the important port in India. Plus, air services are also located in the basin. I hope you people have understood this chapter. If not, please ask me on Google Meet. Thank you so much.